Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he's stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Another carry for him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. From the left hash, a 40-yard look. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Gosh, it didn't look like anything was wrong with that snap or hold either. He just rushed it a bit, and it winds up off the mark.
They connect on the deep shot. All the way, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Extra point attempt coming up. Live ball here. He's going to return it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Could have been 7 if they tried the point after, but instead, they only call on him to boot this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return gets... Two-yard line before he's taken down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Cut.
Here's a give up the middle. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Come on.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
That's caught for the 1st. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense, he puts a second.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Packers send out their punting unit. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And a man is there to knock that away. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And it sets up second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
19 tight.
Back to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
19 Lions. 65 cat. 65 cat.
Back to throw. Metcalf there to bring it in. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 50 series. Here we go.
Right up the gut. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. From the pistol, here's Love. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And he makes the Huts go. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks put one more on that first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready up.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Plowing up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. It's a two-score game early. More from Lumen Field in just a minute.
On the double.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin.
Here we
They
go.
have second down behind the sticks.
Set.
throwing. Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Riq Woolen.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Love now. Complete beyond the marker. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
14 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Hits the 20. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Packers get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40.
Ready, break. Set. Go.
Now an inside give to Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Set. 79 Broncos. Hut, hut.
From the 42. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go. Set.
They motion the tight end over.
Set.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. It's a Seattle touchdown. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Seahawks bump the lead up to 13 points. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Punting unit out now. He broke 50 on his first punt and looks to have done the same here. Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Go! 70 range, 70 range. Buffalo 18. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Walker on 1st down. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
Here's 2nd and 14. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks push the lead to 20. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready, set.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Check, pin. Here we go. Ready?
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Packers with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. Has a lane past the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They've got a man in motion.
Ready?
They'll run now on 2nd down. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Okay, Frank.
Seahawks with 6 DBs out there. 3rd down coming up.
Set, punt.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This one misses the tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set, go.
Dropping back to throw. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now it's 2nd down.
Come 19. Come 19.
They send him left out of the slot.
Hunt.
2nd and 10 now. He lofts it deep left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10 after that last highlight. They're at the 30.
Ready, ready.
Now looking to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll throw it again. That's cut at the 4. Touchdown, Seattle. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Blue check. Check, hunt.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Love. Brought in right side. Keeps on moving into the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down from the red zone. Cut near the goal line. It's a Green Bay touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Packers still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returning in from the 16. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Oh, put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock here with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that is a rough one, Brock. It came down well short of that 20-yard line minimum he needed, so this drive going to begin from the 40-yard line instead. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running with Walker again. He'll cobble together a yard there. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Metcalf's got it, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards. Walker now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down after he drives it down to the 7. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Looking right, and he finds him. It's a Seattle touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set, ready.
A give now from the gun. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronco. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. New series coming up following the punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Come on, set.
Staying with Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Street. Let's go. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 Lion. Ready?
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Toss play. This is Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 8 yards to dig him partially out of that hole, and it's going to be 3rd and 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throw, here's Love. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, they'll do some window dressing here in the 4th. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Fight, six.
Running for it again. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Packers parlay the interception into points. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Tight end going in motion here. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks put up even more points in a win. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. This return starts at the 5. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. So the penalty on the return doesn't do them any favors, Brock. A lot more field ahead of them here starting out. Now a give running right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Let's go now. Set.
Trying the right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Black ultra. Here we go. Set. Field. Black. Fuse. Yellow. Blue striking. Ready.
Love from the gun. He's on the move. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that may have been a situation when he looked back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
And the Seahawks with a dive look defensively, third down.
Let's go.
Love out of the shotgun. Escapes the pocket. Completed to his running back. He'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.